What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a lot different than my usual uploads of Darren Real Toys and Gemini Jets reviews. So for this video, I'll be listing my entire fleet of 24 Matchbox Skybusters planes. So although I don't actually collect these models, over the years I've been able to get quite a few from when I was little, when I originally got lots of these planes, and I have some models that are actually considered as pretty rare now. So this will probably be the only video that I will upload and make on any of the Matchbox planes that I have. But I did want to review the ones that I have for any Matchbox collectors out there, and since I just have them in general. So with that being said, let's get into the review. So starting off with the first one I have in my collection, this is the Alaska Airlines 737-800 in the blue.com livery. So this was a 2007 release, and as far as I know of, it was only distributed for a short period of time, and is actually one of the rarest ones that I have out of my fleet of 24 models. As far as I know of, it was one of the very first ones I had gotten. I'm not sure exactly when I got it or where I got it, but as far as I know of, it was just one of the first ones I had gotten out of the 24 that I have. So the second one is another Alaska Airlines 737-800 and just their older basic white livery with the older livery designs and the black stripe that goes throughout the middle part of the fuselage. So I think I got this one at the same time that I got in the .com livery. Again, I don't know when exactly I got it or where I got it, but these ones I'd gotten when I was really little. Obviously, you can tell because of the damage. This one is missing the right tail wing, so I was not the most careful person with these, but of course, as being a young kid, I usually like to play with these. So, yeah, so moving on to the third one is the City Hopper private jet. This is a 2009 release, and as far as I know of, the aircraft that this closely resembles is what is called an Atom A700. That was a prototype plane that ended production in 2009. Only 2 of them were ever built. I tried doing some research on these to see if this was actually a real aircraft. So it was a prototype, but that's pretty much as far as it ever gone to becoming a real aircraft. But overall, it is a very nice private jet. It would have been really cool to see this if this was an actual real one. But as far as I know of, this is one of the more rare Matchbox planes that I have. So moving on to the fourth one in my collection. This is a 2003 release of what is called a Mission Hopper Matchbox plane. I tried doing research on this specific aircraft. The most I can find is it resembles what is a Sikorsky S-92 helicopter. So this is a one of the rescue and discovery ones, the green one that they had. I remember this one the most. This one I actually had when I flew for the very first time when I was 4 up to Connecticut, and that was the last time I'd flown since this summer, or this past summer. So I hadn't flown in 11 years since, but that was one of the a plane that I had taken up there to my trip to Connecticut. So this one is a rescue Airblade SB-96 helicopter, or an SB-86, which is the item number for this specific helicopter. This was a 2009 release and is another one I had from when I was little. Yeah, so moving on to the sixth one in my collection. This is the 2008 release of a dual-force fighter biplane. And then moving on to number 7. This is one of the most iconic Matchbox planes that was probably released. This is the 2007 release of the Blue Angels F-18 Super Hornet. So one of the only other models I have that is actually based off a real, either an airline or a specific real aircraft. So, and then number 8 is the F-35B. This is a 2009 release. It doesn't say if it's the U.S. Air Force or anything else on it. It just says F-35B, but is another one that can kind of correlate to the Blue Angels F-18. So moving on to number 9, this is a 2008 release of what I would say pretty much resembles the Spruce Goose, except without having 8 engines, it only has 4. The model is listed as just being a seaplane or a Skyforce seaplane, but I think it closely resembles the Spruce Goose. for what it was, except it only has 4 engines instead of the 8. So, and then moving on to number 10, this is my favorite model in my collection. This is the Disney Parks 2014 edition. As far as I know of, Disney still sells these specific models that Matchbox makes each year. Each year there is a new 747 that is designed to have a specific livery design for that specific year. This one is one I actually do remember getting this model. This one was when I went to Disney World in 2014, and I remember picking it out from the store because it was a plane. I didn't actually know it was really Matchbox at the time because I was really young, but moving on to number 11, this is a 2005 release of a Cessna Caravan seaplane, another model that I do remember getting. I got this one, I remember getting it at Target. Moving on to number 12, this is a 2009 release of a pusher, what is considered a pusher prop. This closely resembles, as far as I could find for research, closely resembles a Piaggio P180, which is another real aircraft that resembles that as another private aircraft. So then moving on, number 13, this is a 2007 release of a Grumman B-2 stealth bomber, another one that I also remember getting in person. Next is what I can find closely resembles the Chinook CH-47. This was a 2001 release of just labeled as a transporter helicopter. So the next one is a 2007 release of labeled as an Aeroblast, which is pretty much a futuristic private jet, or futuristic supersonic jet. I remember I got this one because it kind of looked like a Christmas tree with the green and then the design on the wings, but another really cool Matchbox model. Next one is what I could find. I didn't really find what specific plane this would resemble, but I think it definitely looks like some sort of Soviet plane. But this one is a 2011 release of a Flight Strike, which like I said resembles some sort of Soviet plane. The previous model with the Aeroblast was actually a 2011 release, not a 2001 release. 2001 definitely would be too soon for that realistic looking of a model. But next is a 2010 release of a Lockheed F117 Nighthawk. Another model that is based off of a real aircraft. Next is what I could find looks like a modified AH-1. This was a 2012 release labeled as a Sky Strutter. Next one is another helicopter labeled as this one was the Sky Scorcher. This one was actually the Sky Shredder. This was a 2013 release of another helicopter. I don't think this actually resembles a real type of helicopter, but definitely is another cool Matchbox model. So moving on to number 20 in my collection, this is a 2016 release of a 747-8 in just the generic Boeing house livery. This is one of the newer ones I had added to my small collection when I had seen it in the store and just decided to buy it since it is one of the more realistic models that Matchbox makes that actually resembles a real aircraft. So another newer one that I had added to my collection, this is a 2017 release of an Aero Junior. I couldn't find what aircraft this resembles, but just as some sort of glider plane. So the next one is a 2007 release. This is a traffic reporter helicopter. Most I could find, this pretty much resembles a Robinson R-44, some sort of tour helicopter. And then the second to last one that I gotten was a 2015 release of a Honda Jet HA-420. This is another one that I really like of the collection I have, another one of their more recent ones that I'd gotten as well. I got it because of the realistic looking fact that it is for the private jet fact. And then the newest one that I'd gotten in the collection that I have is one of a new condition of a 747-8 in the Matchbox livery. I kept this one new condition. I didn't really want to open it because the fact that the possibility that it might be rare in the future, since it is 747-8 with the Matchbox livery on it. So overall, it's a really cool model. I decided to keep this one new condition, and I won't open it. So this is the latest one I've gotten. I got this one a couple years ago. I might get a few more eventually if I see them, just if I see them, in case if I see them in person, but I'm not big into collecting Matchbox planes. This is just what I've ended up getting over the years. But overall, I do really like the Matchbox planes because they offer a large variety. Two more models I wanted to show in this video were I'm not exactly sure what brand this is, or actually really how to pronounce it. This is the, I think it's pronounced as Maisto or something. This is a brand, I got this a little while ago. This is a pretty realistic model of the A10. So this one, as well as the other one I have, is a Fastjet 787-8. Both of these are produced by the same brand, and I just want to include them in this video because they have become two other relatively rare models now. So overall, this is all 24 of the Matchbox planes that I have in my the entire fleet of the ones that I have. So this will probably be one of the only videos that I make, or probably the only video that I make on my Matchbox planes. I just wanted to show them for any other Matchbox collectors out there, and as well as I just showed the 2 extra planes in this video. So thank you all for watching, and let me know down in the comments if you collect any Matchbox planes or what you have in your collection. Also, I do kind of want to know the rarity on some of these, if these ones are rare, kind of the specifically ones like the Alaska.com 737 and the City Hopper private jet, as well as the Disney Parks 747-400. So thank you all so much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.